There's growing anti-Israeli feeling in Europe with calls on EU and US governments to stop ignoring the occupation of Palestinian land. And though politicians remain silent, activists rally to draw attention to the plight of the Palestinian people. Daniel Bushell has more from Brussels.
A day of rage against Israel. Thousands call for the boycott of Israeli goods over its continued expansion on Palestinian land. A Jewish demonstrator says enough is enough.
American leaders do nothing. The EU does nothing. The repeated UN resolutions have ruled Israeli settlements illegal.
Activists want the European Union to bar the main exports of the occupied territories, flowers and fruit. They formed human barricades at EU supply depots, stopping goods getting through.
Israel's Carmel brand market settlement produce and pockets the profit, but occupying forces who moving their citizens are committing war crimes under the Geneva Convention.
Public pressure is bearing fruit. Italy's biggest grocer co-ops banned food grown in the occupied territories. The world's largest security firm, G4S, has stopped work with Israeli checkpoints on the West Bank, admitting it breached human rights. Shareholders forced Belgium's Dexia Bank to sell its Israel arm, over €1 million loans to settlements. Activists' next target is the firm laying rail links between settlements and Jerusalem, EU transport giant Veolia. Protesters are also seeking to file charges under international law against Israel over its construction of settlements, which the authorities are investigating. Belgian police will pass these complaints on to the courts. Judges must rule if firms who buy food from occupied Palestinian land are complicit in war crimes. Irish MEP Paul Murphy will join Gaza Flotilla, the biggest yet, to raise awareness of the situation. 9 activists were killed by Israeli commandos when a similar operation was stopped in international waters last year. Murphy feels things have got so bad, he's ready to risk his life.
Hopefully people aren't killed this time as they were last time by the Israeli military forces, but that it brings the world's attention to this issue.
Such moves, say experts, force politicians and business to act.
The public opinion changed their mind. Before they were thinking that Israel was aggressed by the Palestinians. Today, public opinion have a real capacity to challenge and the international institution, the European institution and the UN, and also the big company.
The last time such a campaign was mobilized internationally was against the South African apartheid regime. Israel may have powerful allies, but opposition in Europe to its policies is growing too. Daniel Bushell, RT, Brussels.